Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
What's up, my dudes? We're here in the F-15. Today we're going to be fighting the F-15 STOL. Let's see what the differences are. Obviously, I think I'm going to be at a pretty significant disadvantage, which means we're going to have to do some real bullshittery if we're going to win here today. We're going to have to lure the other guy into all kinds of stuff. What I mean by that is, you know, being outrated, tightening down, turn reversals, you know, all kinds of stuff. Bringing him in closer, making him overshoot. We got to do all this stuff if we're going to win, because he's going to outperform me in every way. My buddy Alpha here flying the F-15 STOL into the one circle merge here. Okay, outperformed in the one circle as expected. He beat me in that. We're going to reverse back into another one circle. We'll try this again. A little bit of vertical to try to get over his nose. We'll see if this works. And sort of works. You can see him really trying to point his nose there. You can see the vapors coming off his aircraft. We're now transitioning into a two-circle nose-to-tail fight. Luckily, those rounds are falling short. And I'm pulling hard, tightening down there to get out of those rounds. And we're going to turn reverse on him here and turn this into a one circle. There we go, one circle. Now, when we were talking about bullshittery at the beginning of the fight, it's stuff like this. This is, people kind of underestimate the capabilities of the F-15 in the one circle fight. It's actually extremely good in the one circle. It's just that other aircraft are sometimes marginally better than the F-15. F-15 obviously prefers the rate fight. However, except, look at this guy. I'm being outrated right now pretty heavily. And look at this, he's pulling lead. We're tightening down and climbing. Trying to make it more difficult for him to get nose on. You see once again rounds falling short due to the tighten down. All tactics we will discuss in tac view. Okay, here we go. More rounds falling short. You see I feel pretty safe here. He's just a little too far from me. As he gets closer, we're going to tighten down the turn again. And we're going to tighten it down, tighten it down, tighten it down. Hope that he comes in a little bit closer. Please keep coming. There we go. Turn reversal. Not the best turn reversal cue, but we're going to take it. All right, here we go. Bandit out in front. And we just went from massive losing cues to neutralized. Although that thing might be able to flip the fight still. Trying to stay above his nose here, and he's full nose down. I'm gonna follow. We are now getting into the rate fight once again. He's ditched out of the one circle, and he's now into the rate fight. I'm gonna see if I can just cash in what I have to hit him, and that's with no lock either. We took off his tail. I actually hit him there. I think we took off a pit of his elevator. Oh my god. Holy shit, we won. Alright, once again, another round here. The F-15 STOL, very, very dominant in the rate fight, as expected. Let's not forget that he also has a gun pod mounted onto him, which technically makes him a little bit heavier, but it is what it is. And keep in mind, we all have Fox 2s. You can use Fox 2s to wrap up the fight once you've hit him, or if the bandit is extending away. This is to simulate being stuck in a merge with the being unable to extend into the two-circle fight here. Right off the bat, rate fight. see that that F-15 STOL has chosen to go straight into the raid fight, realizing his significant advantage out of plane maneuver there, and turn reversal into one circle as he goes by. And he's smart enough to climb over the nose there. Alright, we're going to try to get him back into the nose here. Although he does realize because he was coming in, it was a two-circle, he was outrating the shit out of me, so when he came around, I, reversed it into the one circle. He realized that I was slow if I did that, and therefore he went into the vertical. So I didn't have much of an opportunity there. It was well played by him, realizing the difference in energy states and taking advantage of it. And here we go. It's going to turn this into a vertical fight if possible. That didn't work. That didn't work. Oh.
Left engine fire.
Oh no. Good kill. Good kill. Good kill. Very good kill. So you guys will realize that in the last week or so, I've been putting Fox 2s on aircraft almost every time that we do merges and stuff, guns only fights. This is to simulate the reality, like I talked about in many videos, of being stuck in a merge. You're trying to replicate this feeling that like you can't just extend away from the fight. It doesn't work like that, at least not in today's environment. Back in World War II, back in Korea, yeah, you could do that. Even Korea is a little risky with the Fox 2s. Into the merge here, one circle. Alright, so he's got nose on there. Oh, wow, that was not nice. We know that thing is very good in the one circle with the whole canards and the thrust vectoring thing, but I didn't think it would be that good to hit me like that. Oh my god, this guy's got some moves on him all of a sudden. I am damaged, but we're still in this fight. It's not over till the fat lady sings, as they say. Especially not in the F-15. This thing is well known for being an absolute animal. Coming back with one wing. Everybody has already heard this story. So this guy just almost got outrated there. At least he felt that he did. He didn't realize how slow I really was. I was just pointing my nose at him. So he went into the vertical. And he's going to catch around there. Pretty sure that hit him. Yep, we took off his elevator again. Come on. That's going to hit him for sure. Yep, multiple hits across the back of his aircraft there. Yeah, that thing looks pretty damaged. Ejection. And that's going down in somebody's field. Okay, disrespectful flare drop. Alright, one last fight. I've been having a pretty good round of success here in the normal F-15. And the other F-15, you know, the maneuver thrust demonstrator, is an interesting concept. In terms of short takeoff and landing, I believe it was very successful. I don't know anything about how successful the testing was in terms of dogfighting, if they took this thing up to actually do some real dogfighting. I'm sure they did. I mean, what else would they really be doing with it? But the results, obviously, I don't think we get to hear about it. It's probably pretty classified. But it obviously was either too expensive or the results were not that insane in a dogfight to warrant mass-scale production of the F-15 STOL. But definitely in terms of short takeoff and landing, they achieved some pretty remarkable things. Alright, and we can see the F-15's performance is really not that hindered, the normal one, because this aircraft is already, like, not a little pushover, you know what I mean? Look at this thing's ability to just point its nose. He's got to pull a little tighter if he wants to survive this. Trying my hardest just to get the nose on him, but he's just a little bit in front every time. I'm basically stuck in lag here. I got a little bit more energy in me, and then I gotta go. Yeah. I was trying to point my nose. I just needed one round to hit him there. Alright, now I'm slow, and we gotta get into the rate fight now and try to survive. Luckily, the F-15 is very, very good at regaining its energy. Very powerful engines. However, the Bandit has a better energy state than me. He's coming around, and he's trying to get rounds on. We're tightening down here. And there's the turn reversal for the Bandit crossing the flight path. And almost had nose on there. Almost had him. Almost had him. You see, this is why you don't take high aspect shots in the rate fight. The fight turns very quickly. Did I hit him there? I think I hit him. He's flying weird again. Yeah, his tail got hit there. Yeah. Is he hit? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Wow. Right into the forest. Okay, splash one. Alright guys, quick little tech view review here. A couple of concepts. First, we're going to talk about this little, I don't know, reversal or whatever you want to call it. Basically, you can see here we are in the downward spiral. It's a little bit of trickery, and if people don't see the cues correctly, it can be very problematic for them. So what you can see is that here, I do have the F-15 STOL flown by Alpha on my 6, and you can see here I'm going through the turns 8.7. And I'm doing my best to try to, you know, stay out of his guns, tighten down turns and stuff like that. I kind of get out of, you know, and here's the thing, you're tightening down to try to increase the, like I can see the top of his plane. So I know I'm kind of increasing the aspect. You obviously can only do this until you start running out of speed, and then, you know, then you're kind of out of options. But right here, basically we're tightening it down. He comes up, and then, you know, as we're watching him go outside of our flight path, we kind of do a flight, what do you call it? A turn reversal, right? And watch this. So from his perspective, what he ends up seeing is just this roll here that basically kind of turns the geometry of a fight from a nose to tail 2-circle fight to a nose to nose 1-circle fight. However, that's not exactly like, it's like, yeah, it is technically, I guess, a 1-circle fight here, but watch as he ignores it and just continues with his 2-circle fight. So yeah, it looks fancy, but really all it did was, you know, give me an advantage. Not an advantage, I guess. It neutralized the fight enough that I could turn the fight around later, because I went from being totally defensive here to, you know, doing this move, and then kind of here it looks like he probably was looking at that and being like, oh, you know, I went from shooting him to him basically kind of being on my 6. However, that's just because I'm slow, and he just continues his rate fight, and you can see it gives me enough time to now build my energy back up and get back into my own rate fight, get my speed back up, which is what you see me here, extending away, rebuilding speed. Basically, and then we'll just hold up. let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, so right here he starts flying lead pursuit to try to catch up, and fire some rounds which fall short. No big deal. Here he's shooting. I'm tightening down here. You can see 5.6 Gs here indicated, and then watch as he shoots. I tighten that down to 7.3 Gs to make those go long. And you can see the reason I'm doing this is because it's going to shoot me out of his HUD. So let's go here. So what you can see, this is his HUD. That's me off in the distance there. And so what you see is him go from lag. This is the vector, so this is where the nose is pointed. Okay, so you see him in lag here to pure here when he puts it on the bandit, and then to lead, right? So here's lead, and he starts taking shots. Watch my Gs here at 5.5. He starts taking those shots at 5.6 Gs I'm pulling. The tracers start coming in. I'm now 6 Gs, 6.3 Gs. And you can see he still has the lead. But as I start really tightening this down, 7.4. Oh, wow. This F-15 STOL really... Wow, that was pretty cool. I actually wasn't... I thought it would come out right around here. This thing just keeps pulling AOA to keep putting rounds on. The tighten down almost didn't work here. So usually, I've showed this to you in other videos, what happens is people, when I tighten down, the HUD will stay here and I will shoot out of the HUD, right? So I'll be safe. I'll shoot this way, actually, not this. But I'll shoot out of the HUD. My plane will end up here and his HUD will still be here. And this is what a tighten down does. But this F-15, because of all of its AOA capabilities, he's able to continue to pull lead. Look at me, I'm pulling 9.4 Gs of desperation trying to get out of his nose here. And you can see finally here I get out of his HUD. Right, and I have to pull a momentary 10 Gs for a couple seconds here to pull out of his nose finally. Which is impressive for his aircraft. Right. Anyway, so that's that. Stop. Okay, there we go. And so here, what I'm looking for, I look at generally the cues I'm looking for a turn reversal is a bandit crossing in a high aspect behind your tail. So, you can see the top ends of his aircraft. And the other really important thing is that he should really cross at a high rate of speed. If he goes slow, he's kind of slow here, if we're being honest. I'd like to see them faster than that. But if they're very fast, this makes the turn reversal a lot easier. You're going to go into the vertical, and then you're going to rudder roll around and try to neutralize the fight into a one circle. He comes in pretty slow here, relatively speaking. So he shoots outside the circle, and then so I got to use a lot of vertical, and then I roll it over him. It still works, but sometimes, usually it's a little bit cleaner than this. And you can see now we are in a neutral one circle once again. Okay, however, he gets very slow up here, extremely slow, basically a stall. And that's why I go into the vertical. I see that he's slow, he has no energy, I go vertical. Right? Always use the bandit's energy state against him. If he's slow, go high. If he's in a two circle and he's got better energy state than you, try to create a one circle. You have to neutralize the fight into a one circle, which is a radius fight rather than a rate fight. And basically that's what happens here. I end up on the way down. He basically allows me to pull enough lead that I get rounds on target. Right there. And splash one bandit. So that's basically the concept there. Very surprised at the F-15's ability to pull AOA. Even the Titan down doesn't really work. You have to pull real hard, and it kind of seems like if he was a little closer, that Titan down wouldn't have worked at all. So very interesting concepts. All right, guys, thank you for watching. That's going to be the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it, found it helpful, at least entertaining, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.